it's Anna here at Dee's in Louisville, Kentucky. We're celebrating Christmas 2018 by bringing you helpful videos that show you how to decorate your Christmas tree. Today I'm going to show you how to put stems into your tree. I have a 7-foot artificial tree behind me. They're the easiest to add stems into because their branches can be twisted to catch your stems. We always do a variety of different textures and sizes of stems when we add them to the tree. It just adds a nice softness. If you have a lot of ornaments, you can put them on first, or you can add them in last to fill in with the holes that you have from your ornaments. So for now, I have an empty tree except for one bow I've added. We have a video that shows you how to add ribbon into your tree if you're interested in that. We can do it in a bow like this, or you can run it through and then you can add your stems in around it. The other option is put all your stems on first and then do your ribbons last. I have a number of different stems here. I have this large one that's got pine cones and some berries on it. It also has other types of pine which look really nice when you add them into the darker evergreen. I also have a longer berry stem. It's more airy and it's really fun to add into a tree, kind of let it stick out a little. And then I also have this really pretty magnolia stem. It's much shorter. So if you want to add just a touch into your tree, shorter picks are a great way to go. They don't stick out a lot, but they just add a nice little floral touch. When decorating a tree, I always like to start with the bigger pieces first. They're kind of like an anchor that you add in all over the tree to add a little bit of color. And so I would add these in all over. So first I'm going to stick this into the tree. As you can see, I've fluffed it out. When you fluff it out, it just helps the stem really stand up and look the way it's supposed to look. They come in and they're oftentimes smashed, and so fluffing is always the first thing you want to do. And then I like to bend the stem. So I might bend the top down a little to give it a little curve, and then the stem, the bottom part down a little as well. So it kind of looks like an S. And then I'm just going to push it into the tree. So when you push it into your tree, most of the time your tree is going to catch it, or you can twist it in. It never hurts to grab a back branch and anchor your stem into your tree. So I might just twist it. So I would do these all over the tree. With this piece here, you're going to need quite a bit. On a tree like this, it's in the corner. You're only going to see 3/4. You're probably going to want to get 7 or 8 of these just to add in all over. But with a stem like this one, you won't need as many. With these taller stems like this, I oftentimes like to add these into the top only because they tend to stick out. Since most people use their trees, the bottoms, for presents and things like that, you don't want a lot that sticks out too far that makes it so you can't get up close to the tree. So on ones like this, I like to push them into the very top of the tree as kind of like a tree topper. And then you can come down a little bit. So all you do is just take your stem and push it into the top of the tree, and you want to do about 3 of these to really have it show up. If you like the look of it kind of hanging out all the way down, sometimes I like to pair it with another stem. So if I have this piece in here, I might go right to the top of where I added that and push it into the tree. You don't need to cut off the ends of the stem to make them shorter, because the longer they are, the further they go in and the more it's going to catch it. So this one's nice. I'll just bend these berries around. I could even bring this down and catch it. And that would help it from sticking out too far. Lastly, I'm going to add in the magnolia. So again, you want to fluff it. And all you're going to do is just push it into your tree. So these look great on their own if you want just a little bit of floral. They also look great with the bows. So you can kind of go behind it so your floral sticks out, and then your bow is around your flower. And that really makes them show up well. If you want to use it as a focal point, add it in around your bow. As you can see, on this topper, we've added a lot of different stems. We have this branch stem with the leaves and the berries that I added first, and I did about 3 of those out of the top. Then a few jingle bells and also some cotton stems too. Then down throughout the rest of the tree, I continue the same look. So the branches I put in first because they stick out the most. Next I did the cotton. It's kind of got that wispy greenery added into it and it looks really nice. And then very last I did the berries. These berry stems are nice because the entire thing is wired. So as you can see, I fluffed it up and bent it around where I wanted it to go, and then I pushed it further into the tree. As you can see, I was filling in a hole. So I had ornaments around it, and then I used the berries to add color into that spot that was kind of still just a lot of evergreen branches. So it looks really nice, and then you can kind of pull your ornaments back to the front of them. Here we've decorated a fully flocked tree. Fully flocked trees are really beautiful, and they're a lot easier to add into because they are already so pretty that you don't need a lot going on. So we've added a lot of different stems, but we haven't used that many of them. So on a bigger tree like we showed at the beginning, you might need 7 or 8. On a tree like this, you might only need, 5 of something that really shows up if you don't add a lot of other things to it. So for example, this is a really beautiful stem we've added in. It's kind of got a lot going on with some pine and some ornament balls. You wouldn't need nearly as many of these. I think there's only 4 on this tree, but they really show up because the white helps it pop, and also it's so open that you don't need a whole lot of it going on. The other nice thing too is you can pick some stems like this really beautiful heavy crystal branch, and then you can hang things off of it. So here we've hung a pine cone off of it. It comes with just a little bit of a loop on it, and then the stick allows it to hang away from the tree, and it looks really nice. For more tips on how to decorate your Christmas tree, find us on YouTube and also on our Facebook page. And don't forget to come to this year's open house on November 10th. It's a Saturday from 10 to 6. We have lots of great giveaways, treats, and of course special sales just for the weekend.